Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Podcast Zone. You're listening to episode 30, and today we have a very exciting topic, starting a new job. Whether you're a beginner in English or you're just looking to polish your communication skills for the workplace, this episode is perfect for you.
Yes. Hi, everyone. This is David. We know that many of our listeners are either learning English to get a job, or maybe you've already got one and you're preparing for your first day at work. That's a big step in life, and also a big challenge when English isn't your first language. So today, we're going to talk about how to handle that first day at a new job, how to introduce yourself, how to make small talk with colleagues, and even how to ask questions politely.
And don't worry, we'll explain everything slowly and clearly. We'll also give you useful phrases and examples, and of course, we'll role-play little conversations so you can hear how real workplace English sounds.
Exactly. So imagine you've just been hired. You're excited but also nervous. You wake up on your first day, you put on your clothes, maybe a shirt or uniform, and you head to the office, factory, or store. What do you say when you arrive? How do you talk to your boss? What if you don't understand something?
That's what we'll explore today, and we'll do it step by step so you can feel confident when you start a new job in English.
Let's start with the very beginning, walking into your workplace for the first time. This moment can feel overwhelming. You might see many new faces. People might already know each other, but you are the new person. So what do you do?
The first thing is usually introducing yourself, and in English, there are many ways to do this politely. For example, you can say, "Hi, I'm John. It's nice to meet you." "Hello, I've just started today. My name is Anna." "Good morning. I'm new here. I'm Kate."
Yes, and notice how we use polite greetings. Hi, hello, good morning. For workplaces, good morning is especially polite and professional.
Yes. Let's do a quick role play. Imagine I'm the new employee and you are my colleague.
Good morning. You must be new here.
"Good morning. Yes, that's right. My name is David. It's nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you too, David. Welcome to the team.
See? Simple, clear, and polite.
And here's another important phrase. I'm looking forward to working with you. This shows positivity and good attitude.
Yes. For example, "I'm looking forward to working with you all." That makes colleagues feel comfortable with you.
Now, let's talk about meeting your manager or boss on the first day.
This is usually a little scary, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You want to make a good impression. So, when you meet your manager, you should be polite, respectful, and confident. Here are some phrases you can use. Good morning. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Hello. I'm excited to be here. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And if your manager says, "Welcome to the team," you can reply, "Thank you. I'm very happy to join."
Exactly. Let's do a role play that too. Hello, you must be the new employee. Welcome to the company.
"Good morning. Yes, I'm Emma. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm really excited to be here."
We're happy to have you. I'll show you around the office.
See? Short, but polite and professional.
Now, after introductions comes one of the hardest parts, small talk.
Yes, this is very important in English-speaking workplaces. Small talk means friendly, light conversation about everyday topics, not serious business.
For example, you might talk about the weather, the weekend, or even the coffee machine. The goal is to connect with people and break the silence.
Here are some useful small talk questions. How was your weekend? Do you live nearby? Is it always this busy here? I like your mug. Where did you get it?
And here are some safe small talk topics. Weather. It's a nice day today, isn't it? Food. The cafeteria smells great. Have you tried the food here? Work environment. This office looks very modern.
Let's do a role play of small talk between two colleagues.
Hi, how's your first day going so far?
It's going well, thank you. Everyone has been very welcoming.
That's great to hear. By the way, do you live nearby?
Yes, I live about 20 minutes away. What about you?
Oh, I live just down the street. It's very convenient.
See? Very simple, but it helps you connect with people.
Another important part of your first day is understanding instructions. Sometimes your boss will tell you what to do, and you might not understand everything. What can you say politely?
Good question. Here are some polite phrases to ask for clarification. Sorry, could you repeat that, please? I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again? Do you mean that I should... Could you show me how to do it?
And never be afraid to ask questions. Managers prefer employees who ask politely instead of making mistakes.
Exactly. Let's role play this too.
Could you file these reports by the end of the day?
Sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Yes, please file these reports by the end of the day.
Ah, okay. Do you mean I should organize them in alphabetical order?
Yes, that's right.
So we've talked about greetings, meeting your boss, and making small talk. But your first day at work usually includes even more situations. For example, many companies ask you to meet with someone from HR, Human Resources. That's the department that helps with paperwork, contracts, and company policies.
Yes, and that can feel stressful if English isn't your first language. The HR person might use some formal words, but don't worry, we'll break it down.
When you meet HR, they might say things like, "Please fill out this form. We need your identification documents. Here is your employee handbook. Let me explain the company rules."
And if you don't understand, you can politely say, "Sorry, could you explain that again? I'm not sure what this means. Could you show me? Is it okay if I take some time to read this?"
Exactly. Let's role play. I'll be HR and you'll be the new employee. Hello, David. Welcome to the company. Could you please fill out this form with your address and emergency contact?
Sure, thank you. Sorry, what does emergency contact mean?
Good question. It means a person we can call if something happens to you, like a family member or friend.
Ah, okay. Thank you for explaining. I'll write my brother's phone number.
See? Asking questions shows you care about understanding.
Another important part of the first day is orientation. This is when someone gives you a tour of the workplace. They might show you where the kitchen is, where the toilets are, or where the meeting rooms are.
Yes, and here are some phrases you might hear during orientation. This is the break room. Here's your desk. The manager's office is over there. If you need help, ask me anytime.
And here are polite questions you can ask. Where can I put my bag? Is there a place to get water or coffee? Could you show me how to use the printer?
Let's role play again. You're the new employee, and I'll be your colleague giving you a tour. So, David, this is your desk. The computer's already set up for you.
Thank you. Where can I put my bag?
You can put it under your desk or in the locker room if you prefer.
Great. And could you show me how to log into the computer?
Of course. Here's your username and password.
Simple, right? Just ask politely, and people will be happy to help.
Now let's talk about lunch breaks. This is actually one of the best times to make friends at work.
Yes, some new employees are shy, so they eat alone. But if you want to practice English and connect with colleagues, try to join them.
For example, you can say, "Do you usually eat in the cafeteria? Would you like to have lunch together? Is it okay if I join you?"
And if someone invites you, you can reply, "Sure, thank you, I'd love to. Yes, that would be nice. Thanks for inviting me."
Let's role play again. I'll be your colleague at lunchtime. Hey, David, are you going to lunch now?
Yes, I was just about to.
Would you like to join us? A few of us are going to the cafeteria.
Sure, thank you, I'd love to.
Great, come with us.
AC, right? And during lunch, you can practice small talk about food, hobbies, or the weekend.
Okay, now let's add a real story. Imagine I'm a beginner English learner who just started working in an office in London. On my first day, I was very nervous. When my colleague said, "Do you want to grab lunch?" I didn't understand. I thought grab meant catch something with your hands.
Yes, that's confusing, but in English, grab lunch just means have lunch.
Exactly. I learned that quickly and it became one of my favorite phrases. So don't worry if you don't understand slang or idioms at first. You'll learn them in context.
And another important thing is body language. On your first day, people noticed not just your words, but also your attitude.
Yes. If you smile, make eye contact, and keep an open posture, people will see you as friendly. If you look down and avoid eye contact, they might think you're shy or not confident.
So here's a tip. Even if your English isn't perfect, a smile and a polite attitude can make a big difference.
Absolutely. Let's do a quick bad example versus good example.
David, as colleague, bad example. Hi, welcome. How are you?
Emma, as shy new employee, bad example. Fine. Looks away, no smile.
That feels a bit cold, right? Now let's do the good example. David, as colleague, good example. Hi, welcome. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. I'm really excited to be here.
Much better. See the difference?
So, to summarize segment 1, on your first day at work, you should focus on these key things. Introduce yourself politely, make small talk to connect with colleagues, ask questions politely if you don't understand, use lunch breaks to build relationships, show positive body language.
And remember, nobody expects you to be perfect. People respect honesty and politeness more than perfect grammar.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of learning English at work. You learn every day. All right, so far, we've talked about the first day at work. Introductions, small talk, and making a good impression. Now, let's move to office culture and communication. This is something that confuses many new employees, especially if they're working in an English-speaking company.
Yes, because culture isn't just about what we say. It's also about how we say it and how we behave at work. In some countries, you can speak very directly to your boss. In others, you need to be more polite. In English-speaking workplaces, politeness, teamwork, and clear communication are very important.
Right. So in this segment, we'll talk about how to communicate with colleagues and managers, how to work as part of a team, and how to participate in meetings.
Let's start with a simple example, time. In many English-speaking companies, being on time is very important. If a meeting starts at 10, you should arrive a few minutes early.
Yes, if you arrive late, people might think you're not serious. So here are some useful phrases for time. Sorry, I'm a bit early. Is it okay if I wait here?
Thank you for waiting. I'm glad I arrived on time.
Sorry, I'm late. The bus was delayed. But try not to use this one too often.
And when you email someone about time, you can say, let's meet at 2 p.m. sharp, means exactly 2 o'clock. Or, can we reschedule the meeting for tomorrow?
So time is part of culture. Another cultural point is teamwork. Many English-speaking workplaces really value teamwork. You're not expected to do everything alone.
Let's teach some useful teamwork phrases. If you want to offer help, you can say, do you need a hand with that? Informal, friendly. Can I help you with this task? Or, would you like me to support you on this project?
And if you need help, you can ask politely. Could you give me a hand with this report? I'm not sure how to do this. Could you show me? Would you mind helping me for a moment?
Let's role play. I'll be your colleague. Hey, Emma, this box looks heavy. Do you need a hand?
Yes, please. Thank you so much. I'd really appreciate it.
No problem. Let's lift it together.
See? Simple teamwork.
Now let's talk about meetings. Almost every workplace has meetings, sometimes too many.
Yes, that's true. Meetings can be scary for new employees because you have to speak in front of others. But don't worry, even simple phrases are enough to show you're paying attention.
For example, if you agree with someone in a meeting, you can say, I agree with that point. That makes sense. Yes, I think that's a good idea.
And if you want to add your opinion, you can say, in my opinion, from my experience, I'd like to suggest.
But what if you don't understand what's happening in the meeting? Then you can politely ask, sorry, could you explain that again? I didn't quite follow. What do you mean by, could you clarify that point?
Let's role play. I'll be the manager running a meeting, and you'll be the new employee.
So, team, our goal this month is to increase sales by 15%. Any ideas?
I have a suggestion. Maybe we could use more social media advertising.
That's a good idea. Thank you, Emma. Anyone else?
See? Just a short contribution shows you're engaged. Now, let's talk about email. Almost every workplace has emails, sometimes too many.
Yes, that's true. Meetings can be scary for new employees because you have to speak in front of others. But don't worry, even simple phrases are enough to show you're paying attention.
For example, if you agree with someone in a meeting, you can say, I agree with that point. That makes sense. Yes, I think that's a good idea.
And if you want to add your opinion, you can say, in my opinion, from my experience, I'd like to suggest.
But what if you don't understand what's happening in the meeting? Then you can politely ask, sorry, could you explain that again? I didn't quite follow. What do you mean by. Could you clarify that point?
Let's roleplay. I'll be the manager running a meeting, and you'll be the new employee. So, team, our goal this month is to increase sales by 15%. Any ideas?
I have a suggestion. Maybe we could use more social media advertising.
That's a good idea. Thank you, Emma. Anyone else?
See, just a short contribution shows you're engaged. Now, let's talk about email. Almost every workplace has emails, sometimes too many.
Yes, that's true. Writing emails in English can feel very formal, but don't worry, it's just practice. Here's some useful phrases for professional emails. Starting an email. Dear name. Hello name. Less formal. Polite requests. Could you please send me the report by Friday? I would appreciate it if you could confirm the meeting time. Ending an email. Best regards. Kind regards. Sincerely.
Yes, and here's a quick bad email versus good email example.
David, as bad email. Hi, boss. Send report now? Thanks.
That sounds rude. Now here's the good version. Dear Mr. Smith, could you please send me the report by the end of the day? Thank you very much. Best regards. Emma.
Much more polite and professional. These days, many companies also use phone calls or online meetings on Zoom or Teams. Speaking on the phone is hard because you can't see the other person's face.
Yes, and sometimes the line is bad, but don't panic. Here are some polite phrases. Sorry, could you speak a little slower? The line isn't clear. Could you repeat that, please? Let me repeat that to make sure I understood. You said the meeting is at 3 p.m., correct?
That's a great tip, repeating back the information to confirm. Finally, let's talk about politeness. In English-speaking offices, using please and thank you makes a huge difference.
Yes. Compare these two. Give me that report. Could you please give me that report? The second one sounds much friendlier.
And when someone helps you, don't forget to say, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. That's very kind of you.
Exactly. A positive attitude will make people want to work with you.
So, to summarize segment 2, be on time, It shows respect. Work as a team. Offer and ask for help politely. In meetings, use simple phrases to agree, ask questions, or give ideas. Write polite emails with please and thank you. On the phone or online, ask politely if you don't understand.
And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. What matters is that you try and that you're polite. People will appreciate your effort. Okay, so we've covered the first day, and we've looked at office culture and communication. But let's be honest, starting a new job isn't always easy. There are challenges. You might make mistakes, feel nervous, or even doubt yourself.
That's so true. Everyone has challenges in a new job, even native English speakers. So if you're learning English and working at the same time, give yourself extra patience.
Exactly. In this segment, we'll talk about how to handle mistakes politely, how to ask for feedback, how to manage stress, and how to build confidence.
Let's start with mistakes. Imagine you misfile a document, or you give the wrong number in a report. What should you do?
First of all, don't panic. Everyone makes mistakes. The key is how you respond. Be honest, admit the mistake, and show that you want to fix it.
Yes, and here are some useful phrases. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I'll fix it right away. I misunderstood the instructions. Could you explain again? Thank you for pointing that out. I'll correct it.
And here's a big tip. Avoid excuses. Instead of blaming others, focus on solving the problem.
Let's role play. I'll be the manager, and you'll be the new employee who made a mistake. Emma, I noticed this report has some errors in the numbers.
I'm really sorry. I must have copied the wrong figures. I'll fix it immediately. Thank you for letting me know.
That's fine. Thanks for correcting it so quickly.
See? Simple, polite, professional.
Now, another challenge is not knowing if you're doing your job well. That's why asking for feedback is important.
Yes. Feedback means comments about your work, what's good, and what can improve. Managers like employees who ask for feedback because it shows you care.
Here are some polite ways to ask for feedback. Could you let me know if I'm doing this correctly? I'd appreciate your feedback on this project. Is there anything I can improve?
And when you receive feedback, even if it's criticism, stay calm and positive. Say things like, "Thank you, that's helpful. I'll work on improving that. I appreciate your advice."
Let's role play again. Emma as employee.
"Hi, David. Could you please give me some feedback on the presentation I made?"
Sure. Emma, your slides were clear, but I think you could speak a little louder next time.
"Oh, thank you. That's very helpful. I'll practice speaking with more value."
Perfect example of handling feedback professionally.
Okay, now let's talk about something everyone feels. Nerves. Starting a new job can be stressful. Maybe you're worried about your English or about making mistakes.
Yes, I remember my first job. I was so nervous I almost forgot my own name in the introduction.
I think many of us have been there. So what can you do?
Here are some tips. Prepare phrases in advance. For example, practice saying, "Hi, my name is name. I'm happy to be here." Breathe slowly. Before speaking, take a deep breath. Remember, people are kind. Colleagues want to help new employees.
And if you feel nervous during a conversation, you can say, "Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. English isn't my first language." Most people will understand and be supportive.
Now let's finish this segment with confidence. Confidence doesn't mean being perfect. It means believing you can learn and improve.
Yes, even small actions build confidence. For example, greet someone every morning. "Good morning. How are you?" Ask one question in a meeting. Write one short email politely.
Over time, these little steps add up. You'll feel more comfortable and your English will get stronger.
Exactly. And here's a mindset tip. Instead of thinking, "My English isn't good enough," try thinking, "I'm learning every day and I'm doing my best."
So, to summarize segment 3,
Mistakes are normal. Admit them, fix them, and move on. Ask for feedback politely and accept it positively. Manage stress by preparing phrases and breathing calmly. Build confidence step by step with small daily actions.
And remember, even native speakers feel nervous in a new job, so don't be too hard on yourself. You're not alone. All right, so we've talked about your first day, about office culture, and about the challenges you'll face. But what happens after that? You've been at your job for a few weeks or months. Now it's time to think about the future, how to grow in your career.
Yes, this is really exciting because once you settle in, you don't want to just survive, you want to thrive. You want to impress your boss, maybe earn a promotion, or even find better opportunities.
And English is a big part of that. So in this segment, we'll talk about how to impress at work, how to ask for new opportunities, how to talk about your career goals, and even how to build your professional network.
Let's start with impressing your boss. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be reliable, polite, and proactive.
Yes, being proactive means you don't just wait for tasks. You look for ways to help. For example, you can say,
I finished this task early. Is there anything else I can do?
I noticed this report needs updating. Would you like me to work on it?
I'd be happy to take on more responsibility.
These phrases show initiative, and managers love that.
Let's role play.
Emma as employee.
Hi, David. I finished the spreadsheet you asked for. I also noticed the sales report is missing a chart. Would you like me to add one?
Oh, that's a great idea. Yes, please do.
Sure, I'll get started right away.
See? Simple but impressive.
Now, at some point, you might want a promotion, a higher position, or better pay. That can feel scary, but in English, there are polite ways to ask.
Yes. Don't say, give me a raise. That sounds rude. Instead, try,
I'd like to discuss my career growth with you.
I've really enjoyed my work here. Could we talk about opportunities for advancement?
I'd like to know what steps I can take to be considered for a promotion.
And sometimes, instead of asking directly, you can ask for advice.
What skills should I improve to grow in this company?
How can I add more value to the team?
Let's role play again.
David as employee.
Hi, Emma. I've been working here for 1 year now, and I'd like to discuss opportunities for advancement. Could we schedule a time to talk about that?
Of course, David. Let's set up a meeting next week.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Perfect. Polite and professional.
Now, let's talk about career goals. Sometimes in a job interview, or even in a yearly review, your manager might ask, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yes, and that question can be tricky, but here are some ways to answer.
In 5 years, I hope to have more responsibility and leadership experience.
I'd like to continue improving my skills and contribute to bigger projects.
I want to grow within this company and take on new challenges.
These answers show ambition, but also loyalty to the company.
And if you're not sure yet, you can say, I'm still exploring different opportunities, but I'm excited to learn and grow.
Finally, let's talk about networking. Networking means building relationships that can help your career.
Yes, and it doesn't mean being fake. It means being friendly, professional, and staying connected. For example, you can join company events like team lunches or parties. Talk to people in other departments. Add colleagues on LinkedIn with a polite message.
Here are some networking phrases you can use.
It was great talking with you today. Let's stay in touch.
I'd love to hear more about your work sometime.
Are you on LinkedIn? I'd like to connect.
And remember, networking is not just about what others can do for you. It's also about how you can help them.
So, to summarize segment 4, impress your boss by being proactive and reliable. Ask for promotions politely and professionally. Share your career goals with confidence.
Network by building friendly, professional relationships.
Yes, career growth is about learning, improving, and connecting with others, and your English skills are a powerful tool to help you on that journey.
Well, we've covered a lot today. Let's quickly recap the whole episode. Segment 1. On your first day, introduce yourself, make small talk, ask questions politely, and show positive body language.
Segment 2. Learn the culture. Be on time, work as a team, speak in meetings, write polite emails, and use please and thank you.
Segment 3. Handle challenges. Admit mistakes, ask for feedback, manage stress, and build confidence step by step.
Segment 4. Think about the future. Impress your boss, ask for opportunities, talk about goals, and network for success.
Yes, starting a new job is never easy, but it's also an amazing opportunity. And remember, you don't have to be perfect in English. What matters is effort, politeness, and a positive attitude.
We hope this episode gave you useful phrases and ideas to feel confident at work.
And don't forget, practice makes progress. Every day, you'll get better.
Thank you for listening to the English Podcast Zone, Episode 30, Starting a New Job. We'll see you next time with another topic to help you learn English and succeed in life.
Bye for now.